Hello. Is everyone okay? Ooh, 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 ooh. A few technical house issues to sort out. Camera, is the sound okay? Is the camera okay? Can you hear everything? Dalek's disappeared. Dalek needs to go there. Technical problems. Back support. Sorry about this. I just needed to, not until you go live, you can't actually tell what's going on, whether it looks all right. Does it look okay? Can you see everything? I'm not even looking at the comments at the minute. I'm just sorting this out. Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? Right, what have we got in? How have we got in? 144 people. Hello, how are you all doing? Guess what? It's a live stream. And guess why it's a live stream? Because there isn't a video already. So the comments are going really fast. I'll try and have a look at some. Good evening, everyone. I've not done a live stream for about a year. It was October last year when I last did a live stream. And I was trying to get out tonight, Medlock 9, and it's not quite ready. It's not quite ready at all. So I can't put it out. So it's just not ready. If anything goes wrong in the stream, just come back on. I've tried to connect everything up and get everything right so everything works. But if it goes wrong and it goes down for some reason, just come back to me and I'll restart it. I thought about 45 minutes because I don't know, the last live stream I did went on for about 2 hours, and then it sits on your channel as a video, and nobody's going to sit and watch that for 2 hours, are they? I'm telling you now. Have to cool it down. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look. I'll try and answer your comments or your questions if I can. If I miss it and it flies by, I just re-ask it, and I'll try and go for it again. What have we got in? 183 people. Right. I'll have to start somewhere. If this is where it gets really annoying, because I end up sitting going reading the comments, and it's just boring for you. I'll try and pick some out. Hello from Littleborough. Hello, World War II Wendell. Hello. Thank you very much. World War II Wendell. They've got a YouTube channel. Check them out. They do some magnet fishing and some history. It's a great little channel. I don't know why we haven't worked together yet, to be honest with you. I think they're in the Midlands somewhere. But thank you for tuning in, guys. Thanks a lot. It means a lot, that. Can you put the comments on slow, footballers? How do you do that? I don't know how you do it. But I've got nobody here with me. When is the River Tib coming up? Right, I'll tell you. Let's just crack on. Let's just get my head together. I was going to try and get out this week Medlock number 9, and I started to edit it, and I've laid the story out. I've laid the journey out, because on this one we're down in the Medlock and we're wading away in the Medlock. There's more to do with it, and it wasn't ready, and I can't just. I'm not saying that I'm a perfectionist, because I'm not. But I wanted it to be right, and I can't crack it out when it's not right. And it means something to me, especially the Medlock series now, especially as we're getting to the end, and it's getting really good. Some of the stuff we've done and some of the stuff we've seen. So I couldn't put it out this weekend, and I've been working. I started working nights on Wednesday night. And it just ruins everything. You get up in the afternoon, you're tired, as I'm sure so a lot of you may work nights and shifts, and I'm just not in that mindset to start editing and starting to just like get right into it. And I need to go back into Manchester and film an extra bit for it. And I thought, this is not going to happen for Sunday night. So I just had to I just had to trash it. So, and it's the same next week. I'm working quite a bit next week, but I'll try and get Medlock 9 out for next weekend. And yeah, so thanks for bearing with me on that. Thanks, because it's not easy content, is it? It's like you spend a bloody day out filming, and then you spend a day editing, and then there's the extra bits to put in. So it's not like I can just crash it out. Right, let's have a look. What's some of the comments? Creepy Explorers, love your channel, bro. Thank you very much indeed. When are you going to be coming to Liverpool station on Merseyrail? I don't know. I don't know. Comments are going really fast and I can't follow them. Hi, Martin. Paul in Failsworth. The Lost Building videos. Can we be part of Lancashire again? The house in Middleton was amazing. And the house in Middleton was amazing. And the house in Middleton, I've known that house all my life. Is everything all right, by the way? Is the sound all right and the picture all right and everything? I'm not paying much attention, am I? A small lighting adjustment here. Yes, thank you very much for letting me know about that. Kerbex UK, hello, Connor, you all right? Connor's, are I allowed to say Connor? He's had an injury. Connor's had an injury. He's hurt his leg, so he's out of action for the moment, unfortunately. So I think he's editing his backlog of videos and putting them out. So get well soon, Connor. The house, yes. So I've known that house all my life. It's always been there. And I never realised until recently, and somebody said, have you seen it? You know, and I went up and had a look at it, and it was devastating. Big dilemma about going in the place. But I just thought, you know what? Some person has been in there with lighter fluid and matches or whatever you want to call it, and they've been in there and seen it, and we haven't. And we're the ones that deserve to look in it and have a look at it, because it's such a wonderful place, and we would appreciate it. So why should it just be for the vandals to see? So I had a dilemma going in because, you know, it was unauthorized, but I just thought, you know what, take the camera in and record it, because it could happen again. Anyone could get in there and do it again. I got a comment on the video saying, well, now that you've been in and shown everyone, there'll be more vandals going in. And I thought, that's always a dilemma, but I think the people that watch my channel are more appreciative, you know, the more appreciative. Nobody's going to seek the place out to damage it. We all just appreciate it. Right, let's have a look. Ringway Manchester, hello, Lewis. Thanks for joining in. Lewis, you've got the spanner by your name, so you can, if you see any dodgy comments, you can sort them out. Kerbex, thank you, Martin. No problem, Connor. Fairbottom Bob's Newcomen steam engine. Yes, that's in near Oldham. Old Roads as well. Yes, I am. Side of the Pennines, Murfield, K10. I'm not doing a good job of reading these comments out, am I? Owen Richards, definitely worth a visit to Ordsall Hall, Matt. And yeah, I'd like to go there. I was going to do Tongue Hall as part of a few different halls, but in the end, I just thought it needs to stand alone as a video on its own. Monty, hello. Harry Greenwood, Connor, will you do a collab live stream with Martin? Yeah, I've asked Connor before about a live stream, but he's out of action. He can't. His leg's really. It was a big gash on his leg. Oh, Stevie Woo, thank you very much for that. Thank you very much, Stevie Woo. I met Stevie the other day. I was in town and I bumped into him and said hello. So it was nice to meet you. And thanks for that, Stevie. Cumbrian Coniston Copper Mines, that'd be a good one. Please go to Duke's Tunnel with a shovel. The thing about Neil McCarthy, the thing about that, Neil, is in front of the tunnel, it's like that. So when we went in on the boat, if I can explain, the boat went in and we met that goes deep underwater. So number one, you can't really get off the boat and you can't really stand because you'd be slipping down into the river. So it's quite dangerous. I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever. It's difficult, isn't it? It's difficult to know what to do. You need to be a few of you with shovels and ideas. Just me and Connor on our own. It was difficult. Let's have a look. When is the next Medlock video? Ed Holland. Well, I've just said it. I'll try and get out for next weekend. Middleton Archers, I don't mean the pub, yeah, Middleton. Lots of history in Middleton, the town, North Manchester. Yeah, Connor, you can get as a digger, but can you get as a digger that'll float in the river and do the job and get it down there in the river? You know the access problems. Robert Enya, your content is enthralling. Thank you very much indeed. Robert Merry, sounds doggy. Drewton Tunnel, East Riding, excavation, different ball game. Yeah. Have you ever thought about doing a vlog around Barton Swing Aqueduct? Yeah. Clifton Country Park. Yeah. Carl Wallace, good evening. Lords exploring Staley Bridge. We're barely. I'm aware that I don't want to just spend lots of time just with you watching me reading content because it's not good for you when you're watching. We've barely scratched the surface, haven't we? I mean, in Manchester, we've barely scratched the surface. And when we go a little bit beyond there, Derbyshire recently, wasn't it? Fantastic, weren't it? So there's loads and loads of stuff to do. So keep your suggestions coming because they're great. It's just a matter of clocking them, writing them down and trying to revisit them at some point and trying to think, right, what was this that this person said? Let's have a look. Let's see if we can do this. 358 people, wow. My favourite YouTube explorers, Trekking and Towpaths, the White Wicks, and Kerbex UK. What more can I say? If you don't know who Trekking and Towpaths is, he's called Ant, and he's got a channel, Trekking and Towpaths. If you check him out, I did a collaboration with him, and he's put his videos out with me on them. I've yet to do my videos with him, so you'll see those soon. The White Wicks, beautiful people, and Kerbex UK with his bad leg. He'll be back soon in the autumn, I suppose. Right. Hi, Martin. Love the vids. What's the chance of more abandoned railways? Yeah. We did one with Trekking and Towpaths. If you look at his channel, you'll see that video we did, and I've got to try and put it together. He knew the area really well. I'm going to struggle when I do it. Good evening, Roland. Good evening, Robin. Hello, Anne Kersel Cell, not sure. Paul Blades. I'll shout out some names. Steve Huntington, C4 MP3R, blah, MR, Johnny. Hello to Leeds. White Wicks Abandoned Railways. Loving the live stream, Martin. Yeah. Richard Maltloaf Hibbert, Sean West, Neil McCarthy, Dean Vickers, Monty, Amber, James Strickland. Hello, James. Kevin Hutchins, Reggie Peanuts, and Harry Greenwood. Thank you so much for the money. Thank you very much indeed. Lockout Bikes, Carl. How are you doing? We really need to talk about something, don't we? We really need to talk about something because I love the comments. It's fantastic. I can't follow them, and I'm trying to make it interesting for you. Hello, Lisa Caulfield. Hello, Wayne. How are you doing? Friends of the Williamson Tunnels. Right, okay, so I've picked up on that. So I'm not sure if Mike is watching from the Williamson's Tunnels, but apparently they've made some progress. If you remember part 2, we squoze through a little hole and went in a little chamber. Apparently they've dug more of that out and they've made some progress. I don't know if they've discovered the Grand Hall yet, the Great Hall. That was what I was kind of waiting for, to go and look at the Great Hall and then catch up with what they've been doing. But definitely we'll go back to the Williamson Tunnels because it's just a work in progress, isn't it? We need to go back. Andy, thank you so much for sending the money. That I really, really, really appreciate it. That will buy me a coffee on an Explore. Thank you very much. Harry Greenwood, thank you very much indeed. Thank you, Lewis, for sorting that out, whatever you did. People keep saying River Tib. Right. Right. Medlock number 9. I laid it out the other day. We filmed it a couple of weeks ago, and I laid the story out, and it's pretty much just a wade. It's a wade in the river, and I'm looking at them going, not a great deal to this. Obviously, I'm going to drop in maps and I'm going to drop in some pictures I've found and stuff like that. But not till we get to the end do we not discover, but we see something. And you know what it is. And so, you know, the passion I have for this thing that we see at the end is just overwhelming. So it's going to conclude. So it's pretty mundane until we get to the end, and then we finally see our thingy. I was going to move on from it. I don't know if any of this makes sense. It's a river, and we get to the river, and another river joins it. And I was going to look at that river and then move on. But I think I might end it at that river and then do a little short one. So there might be a Medlock number 10, a Medlock number 11. And it's not because I'm spinning it out. There's just a lot to it. Jonathan, thank you so much for the donation. I really, really appreciate it. That's brilliant. Thank you very much. Steve Huntington, do you know about the crashed 142 under Manchester Victoria Station? Yes, I do, Steve. I can also tell you it's now gone. Stay tuned. Sound is okay. Thank you, Steve. That's brilliant. Wade as well. The River Medlock passes close to me and the old Ironworks Park Bridge. I've been to Park Bridge, took some photos, but never did a video. Ben Townsend, Rhodes Chimney. Yeah, that was Schwab's chimney. It's a big, big, tall chimney that used to be in Middleton that got pulled down brick by brick. How its local works. There is literally hundreds, honestly, and everything you're saying, all the stuff that you're suggesting is going in here and it's making sense. It's just getting to it. It's getting to it and it's doing the stuff. It's been quite a lucky summer, really. We've done some really good stuff, and I've got about, trying to think, I've got about 10 videos backed up, and some of it's quite good stuff. Glenda Robinson, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. For the winter lunch in the pub when you do a cold day filming. Glenda, thank you very, very much. That really, really appreciate that. That is absolutely lovely. Thank you. Dave Spooning, when you do a YouTube beats what we got on TV, thanks a lot. I was a bit worried about the house, really, because I went in, like I say, just to take photographs, and I ended up just taking the camera around. And I've seen explores like that, and I'm just thinking it was good, but I don't know if I was just a bit worried about just sending the camera around and playing music. But I just think it spoke for itself, didn't it? Really. Lewis, do we need to? Can we shift that person? I think we can, can't we? I think I can. Yes, I can. Oh, if I can just capture the flipping. Yes, I think I've done it, Lewis. Sorted. What about doing something on the planes that crashed up on the moors? I know what you mean. C4MP3RD4N. I know what you mean. I was going to go there. There's a plane crashed up on the moors, hasn't there? Not recent. It was years ago in the Peak District, and I've never got around to doing that video. James Strickland, when am I coming to Pendle? James, I know you want me to come on a walk. It's just difficult. On every day off, I'm either filming or I am editing these days. It takes up all my time. Obviously, I love it and I'm not moaning, but he wants me to go on a walk with him up Pendle Hill, and I will go up there. It'd be good, but I need to do something more than just do a walk and a scenery sort of thing. I need to tell some kind of story. Also, unless James wants to take the camera and tell us all about it. Let's have a look. Callum Wellings. Hello, Callum. You're all right. I'm a massive fan of the channel. Thank you very much. Stock car, sick of that. Bellevue. Yeah, Bellevue. Me and Lewis talked about Bellevue in the last Q&A. It's massive. I'm not on phone because I'm trying to read the comments, and I'm kind of worried that I don't want to bore you too much. Can I come with you? Yeah, if you want to come with me, the best way to get on and explore, a lot of people say to me, I'd love to come out with you, and that's great. I suppose the best way to do it is to message me and say, listen, where I live is this. It would probably make a good video. Do you want to come and have a look at it? And that's the way to do it. And then you'll be in the video as well, and you can just be on the explore. Ant Pants, thank you very, very much. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I was going to say something else then. Emails. I'm working through them. I've got loads of emails, and the Facebook page. I know I got on top of all the messages on the Facebook page a couple of days ago, and then more have come in. So I need to sit and work through them. As I say, past 4 nights I've been working nights. It exhausts me. I get up in the afternoon and it's just like, and I was answering comments the other day, but I'm back on days again now. So hopefully life returns to normal. Any plans to do more on Salford, Martin? Yes, there's a little subject I've got in Salford that I want to have a look at. The problem is getting pictures and stuff of it, but there is something, a short video I want to do in Salford. You have to relax, mate. I understand what you're saying, but, you know, the YouTube channel is your baby. You want to, you know, you want to keep it going. Bring us more holes, MJ. Bring us more holes. More holes to come. Monty, get your ass up to Scotland. Scotland's amazing. Ace Channel of it. Thank you, Chris Witt. Jamie Roper, Martin, you should have a look into the Lichfield Canal. Sorry, your comments disappeared. What do I work as? Just manual work, boring work. Can't mention it because, you know, corporate policy on the social media. But I do shifts and stuff. Did you, Eric Anderson, did he enjoy my stint on the radio? Yeah, it was brilliant. You know what? No disrespect. I went in and it was in an old library in Levenshulme in Manchester. And it was dead chilled out. I got there. Do you want a brew? Yeah, I'll have a brew. Right, this is thingy. We're doing the show. Right, okay. She finished. Yeah, right. Well, we'll go into the studio now. Record playing. Right, okay, Matt. I'm just going to ask you this first one. And it was dead. It was dead relaxed. And I was like pretty nervous about it because it will no more because it was live, but it was really good. Yeah, I'd love to do it again. It was really good. Sarah J. Marshall, thank you so much. That is really, I really, really, really appreciate it. Honestly, thank you very, very much. Hi, Mike. Maybe some locations for LSR's paintings. Yeah, well, I've done a video on that already. What I wanted to do my next day off is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's Thursday, and I wanted to go to Angel Meadow because at Angel Meadow in Manchester, I've started off so many videos there, and it's a lovely little park in Manchester with loads of history attached to it. And it's a video I've never done a video about the area. It was a slum area in Manchester. I've touched on it when I did the Gold Street Gasworks. We sort of touched on it, but it is a whole video in itself, and it's an amazing place. But there's a massive development taking place right at the side of it. And they were looking at the perimeter of the park and talking about altering certain things. And one of the things they want to alter is the steps that Lowry painted. And it's just like, what are you doing? Right now, I have to be careful what I say because I don't want to start, you know, I think there's some talks ongoing with the developers to say, listen, these steps are sacred. Don't do this to them. So, you know, I don't want to mess things up. I'm planning to maybe go out this week and do a little video in the area. And I do want to highlight what might be disappearing because it's one of those we need to capture it before it goes. Also, I got this snippet of information about the remains of a building, and I found a picture, and so I'm going to put all that together in the video as well. It might only be a short video. Julian, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. That is incredible. Thank you very, very much. That'll be when you are going to finally day out Duke's Tunnel for us. Julian, for 20 quid, I'll go and dig it out now. Thank you so much. And Ian, thank you very, very much. That is really, really kind of you. Really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much indeed. I was looking at trying to, I was looking at trying to drop my hours at work and trying to think of dropping my hours so I can not do more videos, but try and get the videos out on time. But that'll take some organising to do that. I need to set up a Patreon, and I need to. I don't know what you think of the idea of me selling stuff. I know some people will say you've gone commercial, you do what all the YouTubers do, but if I can fund part-time working, you know, I can get these videos out and get things done and get the videos out every week rather than not have a video because I've been working, that type of thing. So I thought of selling the odd thing, maybe the odd picture. Do you think pictures would be all right? I'd get a lot of still pictures. And Chris, thank you very, very much indeed. Thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate it. because we get some really good photos sometimes of these really unusual views in Manchester. And I know for a fact I would love to have some of them on my wall. And I'm thinking, you know what, if you did that and you framed it, it'd look all right, wouldn't it? Am I waffling now? Probably waffling. Videos of the Bridgewater Canal, yes. The Moston Brook, Frank Owen. We went in the Moston Brook last year. Me and Connor, we went on the underground in a little culvert. Do you need, Reggie Peanuts, do you need permission to go in the rivers, or is it your own risk? I go in at my own risk. I mean, I always see it like this. If it was the countryside and it was a beautiful field and there was a river running through it and you was on the moor somewhere and you had the dog with you and the kids with you just go down by the river, have a picnic and have a little one, splish splash in the river. And I can't see the difference between that and me going in a river in a city. I might be being naive, but what do you think? Dave Spooney, make the money, Martin, can only make your channel better. No shame, but I know, and it's one of them. It's like, it's difficult. It's a dilemma, isn't it? White Wicks, definitely get Patreon set up. Yeah, because White Wicks have got a Patreon set up, and people have asked me about Patreon. I always say Patreon. It's Patreon, isn't it? I'm not sure. Patreon. Yeah, I would like to set. I'm waffling now. I would like to set up a Patreon. There are some very kind people out there. Dean Vickers, you got lost in your area, Clifton. Yeah, I want to go back to Clifton. I hate Patreon getting millions of pounds commission. Yeah, they do. That's the thing. These websites obviously take a commission. There's a thing on YouTube where I'm eligible for now, apparently, where you can join the channel and you get a button that says join. And I think you've got to have 30,000 subscribers. And then you set this thing up and you can click join, and it's like I do extra content, but obviously it's like it's like a club type thing. But they've not given me yet, so I don't know when that comes. Little Bug, thank you very, very, very much indeed. I really appreciate that. What does it say? When you come to Prestwich for St Mary's, and I mean that means Clough, Sarah and Mick. Thank you, Sarah and Mick. I'm planning to come back to Prestwich because I want to go and have a look at the near 13 Arches again. So I want to go and have a look near there. Cock Rover rides again. Go for it, Martin. T-shirts and mugs. I think T-shirts, mugs, and keyrings. I'd have one. Dave Starkey, I'm Martin. Oh, Dave, it disappeared. Sorry. Subscribe Star is better than Patreon. I'll have a look at that. Thank you, Sheila. I'll have to start the comments further down because I'm losing them. Oh, we're flashing. I'll leave it flashing a minute. Rock on, Martin. Thanks, Ronald. Andy Howarth, the source of the River Medlock. Andy, yes, right. I need to go to the source of the River Medlock. My mate Oliver knows where it is, and somebody else messaged me and sent me pictures of the source of the Medlock. Now, I'm not going to walk and do the journey in reverse, but I think when we get to the end of the Medlock, it's only appropriate to show the source of the Medlock. And don't forget, the end of the Medlock is already filmed. When we did the kayaking, we diverted onto the Medlock, and I only showed you a little bit of that. Monty, keep talking about important. Where's it gone? Important stuff. Not all the shite we're sending you. All right, sorry, Monty. But the thing is, Monty, what you do, I mean, people are talking to me in the comments. So, the whole idea of a live stream is you want to interact, and I don't want to ignore people. So, Carl Hamilton, Manx the coolest people ever. Boggart Hole Clough, salty Boggart Hole Clough. No, I'd like to do a video about Boggart Hole Clough. Boggart Hole Clough is a park in Manchester. The Medlock source is under a fence. Oh, that's no good, is it? Tohella, Barbados. The Medlock source is under a fence. Oh, no. Martin Hunter, thank you very much. Craig Adam disappeared. Tony, G7X, G7, he's talking about a camera. Mark III, any good? Don't know, not used it. The Mark II was brilliant. I highly recommend the Mark II. My Canon G7X Mark II dipped into the River Medlock. It lives on. Anne Worthington, thank you so much. Better than the telly. Thank you, Anne. I don't know why it's better than the telly, Anne, honestly. Do we need to sort the lighting out here? I need to put another light up here, don't I? I've got just a moment, won't be a minute. I've got another light for you. We can't have this. Oh. Ooh. There you go. It's got me right, hasn't it? It's got me right. I'll tell you a story. So, what happened the other day? A gentleman asked me to, I won't say who it was or what, but it was a group. A gentleman messaged me and said, but I'd like to come and talk to my group of colleagues, in an after dinner speaking type thing. And my ass fell out. I don't think it was a big formal after dinner speech type thing, but it was kind of like they were a group of professional people, and I don't like that term, but they were a trade, they were whatever, they do a certain particular job. And he said, quite often we get people in to talk. We really like what you do, and what they did was related similar to what I do. Would you like to come and speak to us? And I was just like, well, I can't do it. So he managed to get me out for a coffee, and I said, right, I'll tell you what, I'll try and put together some kind of slideshow video clips sort of thing. And maybe once I get on it, I'll start waffling away about what I do and what I've seen, because I think some of the stuff I've seen now on the videos is quite unique. Some of, there are places that we've been that a lot of people haven't seen. If somebody just, all right. So yeah, a talk. Can you imagine that? Public speaking is my worst fear, honestly, my worst fear. I once had to do a best man speech, and I didn't enjoy the wedding until the speech was over. So the only thing that might save me is that I can waffle on about places I've been and show pictures and stuff. HP Potato, watching all the way from Australia. Thank you very much. Gabe Loftus, I'm not answering that question, but thank you very much for asking. But thank you, Gabe, but can't get into that, honestly. Let's talk about history and exploring, Gabe. Two's time. Thank you very much indeed. That was very kind of you. Harold Horse Posture. Part of cast iron fence of the burial ground survives at Vic in the Bay Platform 3 area. Really? Harold Horse Posture. Have we gone offline? Are we still on? So Harold, if that's true, can you message me? Because the cast iron spear-shaped railings painted black and red. So are you talking about Walker's Croft Cemetery? Because if that's true, that is phenomenal. That is incredible. I can't believe that is still there. If you remember that when I got in the River Irk culvert underneath Manchester Victoria Station, we looked at how the area was, and there was Walker's Croft Cemetery, which had been a cemetery next to the workhouse. If there's still a fence that exists from that is incredible, absolutely incredible. Need to look into that. I'm not in front of the camera. Lovely content. Steve, thank you very much. Laszlo Fire, thank you. Yeah, he did. I watched an after dinner speech of Fred Dibner's Laszlo Fire, and it was hilarious. This comment seems to have stopped moving, which gives me a chance to read them. But Tiger Bong, I'm coming to Manchester soon to look at some of the locations you have filmed. Brilliant. Great. I hope you find them all. Hello, Alistair. Nathan Lloyd, I believe Harold's right. I hope he's right. Anne Forster, the workhouse was somewhere near there. And the workhouse was where the car park is for, the multi-story car park is for the Manchester Evening News Arena. Paul Hansen, greetings to Denmark. Lee, hoof-hearted. Martin Fitzpatrick, the work you do is an invaluable resource. Thank you very much indeed. I really appreciate it. There is a fence still. There's talk of moving it. I need to find this fence, don't I? I really need to find this fence. I found Harold Horse Posture. How message you, mate? Harold, I'm on Facebook. You can message me on the Facebook page. You can private message me. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm reading. I'm reading the comments. Martin McHugh. Hello to Sweden. So the other day, I'm conscious I don't want to just be seen to be sitting reading the comments all the time. The other day, I found a report, and it was a report of a walk that you can do, and it was near Manchester Victoria Station, and it was very much involved. It talked about cholera, and it talked about. And I'm aware that some of you aren't from Manchester and don't know exactly where I mean, but obviously Manchester Victoria Station is one of the big stations in Manchester. But where some of the platforms are now, the River Irk runs underneath there. And of course, it used to be, before the River Irk got covered over, it used to be a riverbank. And on the side of that riverbank was really poor housing and slums and lots of little courts and alleyways. And they talk about, it's now the station. You now go in there and get a tram out of Manchester. But there was courts and alleyways, and they talk about Allen's Court and things like that, and how this report's fascinating because it talks about people, and such a body in Allen's Court fell ill with cholera. He'd eaten this. By the evening, he was close to death. And then it walks you through this area and talks about all the poor housing and stuff like that. A lot of information in it, and it's about, I need to read it and try and get it down and maybe include it in a video. Talks about a place in Manchester called Gibraltar, which is really interesting. It's like one of those lost, long gone places. So, ideas coming through, and I find cholera quite fascinating as well, the way it came into the country. I think it was Asiatic cholera, and it came in via Sunderland on a ship. So fascinating stuff. I digress. Let's look at some of the comments. Is that remote control Dalek, Paul? No, it's not. David Wellens, any developments on the potential Cattle Bridge? The Cattle Bridge underneath Victoria, I think I'd like to think we've kind of put that one to bed, because I think it was just a bridge in that location was known as the Cattle Bridge. Someone's shouted at me and said, no, they actually did take cattle over it. But it's a utility bridge under Manchester Victoria Station. And we reckon, a friend of mine has done some work, and he reckons it's late 1800s. But there's always been a bridge on that spot. And probably when it was fields and there was a stone bridge there, it was known as the Cattle Bridge. That's my take on it. I could be wrong. Thomas Appleby, thank you so much indeed. That's really kind of you. Is there any chance of Manchester Bury and Bolton Canal bid series? Thomas, it interests me. It really interests me. And when we did the 13 Arches, we touched on the Manchester Bury Bolton Canal. I saw it, and it really interests me. So possibly, yeah. Reggie Peanuts, when were you doing magnet fishing again? I don't know. We never caught nothing, did we? Biggest 163, the fence on. He's gone, biggest. I'm sorry if you re-asked the question. Mel Cook, Martin, is there anywhere you in Manchester you'd like to visit but not yet had the opportunity? Mel Cook, good question. I'd like to do the Cathedral Arches, and I'd like to do Guardian. Guardian, if you don't know what Guardian is in Manchester, it's a Cold War bunker, but it's a bunker that housed communication equipment. It wasn't really for people. It was to hold some important people and a skeleton staff of people that would maintain communications. It's about 100 foot down, built in the late 50s in the Cold War, and it's the golden fleece of urban exploring in Manchester. It's really difficult to get into, and I don't think I'll ever get into it. And the other place I want to see is the Manchester Salford Junction Canal. So trying to be interesting. If you remember a video I did about the old Granada Studios, and that gentleman called Bren took me round. We got to the door, that led to the steps that went to the canal underground, and that door was locked. And I said to Bren, door, oh, can we? Yeah, shall we? Yeah. And he said, oh, I've not got the key. It's an outside company that have the key. I'm guessing it was the Canal and Rivers Trust that has the key. The building that sits over the door, right, and the steps that go down to the hidden canal is being demolished. So I need to find out what's going to happen. I need to message him, email him and say, what's happening there? What's your plans for that? So whether anything will come of it or not, I don't know. I'm telling you stories because I'm aware I don't want to just be seen to be stalking through the comments, but we'll have some comments again now. What's my favourite Joy Division New Order song? Impossible. When I went on the radio show, I gave them, for Joy Division, I gave them New Dawn Fades, Novelty, and another one, I can't remember what it was. Mark Matthews, Guardian is under BT ownership. Yeah, Mark, and I don't think I'll ever get in. Can't believe you're on live. So exciting. Thank you very much. Somebody's asking about the bricks in the River Medlock. I think they've started to naturalise the riverbed, but I've not seen the bits that I've videoed is still bricks, a brick trough. Paul Hansen, I always find sorry, Paul, it disappeared. How about a video about the Woodhead line? Yep. Let me have a look at something. Martin, chance of something on Brindley's tunnels at Clifton. Matt, any chance of something on Brindley's tunnels at Clifton? Yes, I really want to do those. Brindley, James Brindley, and the tunnels for the Wet Earth Collier at Clifton. Tim Connolly, ever been? Oh, Tim, it disappeared. Johnny, Moston, Huff Hall. Yes, Huff Hall's I drive past Huff Hall all the time. Huff Hall is another place in Manchester that is really sad and a forlorn place. Don't know if I can get in that one, but I'll definitely try and include it in a video at some point. Gary, hello to Ashton Underline. Analog Ground, love the vids. Thank you very much. I've inspired you. Tram Road, Lancaster Canal. Yeah, I'm only reading it like that because it's disappearing off the screen. I'll go down. Let's have a look. Paul Heap, get together with Pat Dickinson. I love Pat Dickinson. I love his videos. I think Patrick doesn't do collabs, though. I think he just likes to work on his own. Yeah, you've got to respect what he wants, but it would be a great collab if Patrick was up for collabing. Alan Turing video, yeah. Hello to New Zealand, Reese. Dave Potter, when are you coming to our grade 1 listed school? We have a historic brewery away. Where is it, David? Unless you've already messaged me, I'm sorry. Could do my own camper van. Yeah, no, I like my own bed too much. Jam Perfs, thank you so much. Hi, Martin. My Mrs. Catherine is from Middleton. We live in the Scottish borders now. You should come and do some videos. The board, I'd love to do that. And thank you very much for the donation. That's really kind of you. The man who, thank you very much, Gary. Thank you so much. Harry Greenwood, Kersal Cell is an old monk's place. Oh, I think somebody mentioned this to me the other day. Yes, if I can find out about it, where it is. A lot of time it's finding the location. DH, thank you very, very much indeed. That's really kind of you. Hello from the US. Love your work. Would you consider selling your music, starting a Patreon? We've talked about Patreon. I do want to start a Patreon. I think with the music thing, I think somebody mentioned the other day about the house video that did, you know, Tong Hall, and said the music you put in that was amazing. You're a man of many talents. And I have to say that wasn't my music. I didn't do any music for that. And don't forget, my music that I do is very, very, very basic. It's just, and I know some of you know it, it's just, it's very basic. So all the good music you hear in my videos isn't me. The intro and the outro on that video was done by Dean. Now I'm trying to get Dean on at the end of September. Dean has got a Facebook page called Sensory Triggered, and he's done some absolutely beautiful and haunting music. And if you remember when we went kayaking, the Smiths style of music at the beginning of that, Dean had done that. And I'll say to Dean, can you do me something like this? And he'll say, all right, give me a couple of days or give me a couple of hours. and he did it the other day. I said, Dean, I need something for this. And he said, right, tell me what you're looking for. What ideas have you got? And I did. And he sent me back this piece of music. I'm not kidding you. I played it about 7 times like that with the brew, just listening to it like going, that is incredible. I'm trying to get Dean on a video. He's coming up to Manchester, and we'll talk. Sorry, I went off, but I love Dean's music, and I love Dean. Facebook, Sensory Triggered. Sam Cobain, thank you very much. Top work, what you do, pal. Love the videos. Thank you very, very much. Right, one moment. Oh, it's gone cold. Stockport has a lot of places worth exploring. Hestine, yes, and I need to go to South Manchester, and I've been saying that for a year. Nat Jones, my wife went to see the Roman foundations. Yes, yeah, sad, isn't it? Sorry, some of the comments are disappearing. I do appreciate it. Abandoned cemeteries. Yes, I went to one a while ago. Manchester General Cemetery. Callum Mont, the tram bus station at Eccles New Road. Don't know it. Pony Bomb, are you a Star Wars lover? I can't say I'm an authority. I do enjoy the films, though. Yeah, I do like it. I do. Yeah. 2 times. Jeepers Creepers, mate. We love your input. Patreon is the future. It certainly is. Yes. It's the thing about Patreon is, if you don't know what Patreon is, you have to. You can join for say £5 a month, £10 a month, £20 a month, £50 a month, and at different tiers you get different benefits. So it takes work from me. I need to put in something that makes it worthwhile you joining. So I'm just trying to work out what I can do best for you. That makes it worthwhile you giving me your hard-earned cash, even if it's £5 a month would be like phenomenal. It'd be incredible. It would be so kind. So I'm trying to set up a Patreon, but you've got to put in tiers and layers on it and stuff. David Kennedy, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Mike Richards from Mancunian Historian, Banished Down Under. I love the historical aspects of your videos. Thank you very much indeed. Subterranean Stockport. I've got that book. It's really good. We've got 532. Wow. Hello, everyone. If you're not in the comments, I do appreciate you joining the live stream. I do appreciate you watching. Really kind of you to join me. I planned on not doing it for too long. How long have we been on? What time did we start? 6:30. So we're just under an hour. Thanks for joining, everybody. And I'm trying to make it as interesting as I can. I have to split the time between the comments and the and trying to say something interesting. Simon Lapworth, thank you very much. Manchester formed England's first municipal fire service in 1826. Is the first fire station still in existence? I am an ex-West Mids Fire Service. Great videos, Martin. Thank you. Firstly, Simon, thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it. There's London Road Fire Station, which is currently being transformed into a hotel. That could be what you mean, possibly. I'll tell you a story about London Road Fire Station in a moment. Gee, you're such a humble guy. Thank you very much. James, I'm taking people in the next up Pendlebury, blah, 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 on one of your walks, James. Darren Tipple, hi, Martin. Love your content. If a TV company approaches to do one day to make these films, thing is that it's factual. So it's not like I've got a unique, a story of my own that they have to pay me for. They can go out and probably just do it themselves. Come to Dalton Furnace. I'd love to. Nice, Dalek. Thank you very much. Jammy One, I love your work with the maps, new and old. Yeah, they're great, the maps, aren't they? Wickerman, hey up, Martin, love the history. Keep finding the vids. Keep the vids coming. Thank you very much. Nix Tack, right, Nix, hello. Great vlogs, mate. Really interesting and look like they are great fun to make. Nix, thank you very much, and thank you very much for your donation. I really appreciate it. The videos are great to make. They are incredible to make. It takes all my time, but it's a labor of love. It's a labor of love. And if I can find a way of funding, trying to get a small second income, I would like to spend more time doing YouTube, because obviously, you find something you love. It's great, isn't it? And it's not that I can do more videos, but I can get the videos out on time. And I can spend that bit more time with them and get them the way I want them to be. Not that they're not the way I want them to be, but you would have had a video tonight, but it's not the way I wanted it to be. So there you go. Where are we? Oh, something just disappeared. I do apologize. Mark, thank you so much for your donation. The basic music is good for some good and interesting content. Keep the videos coming. Greets from Germany. Mark, thank you very much. Greetings to Germany, and I really appreciate you sending me the donation. Thank you. Salford lad, John Ryland's library. I went in John Ryland's library. Somebody invited me in to have a coffee, and I went in John Ryland's library in Manchester. What a place. Incredible. And it looks older than what it is. It's only 1900s, but it was done in a much older style. Keep meaning to go in there and do some videoing for you, because they welcome, and how good, refreshing is this? They welcome photographs. So they just say, take as many photographs as you want. We love our building. So I'm sure I could go in there and video as well. So we'll try and do something about John Ryland's library. Do a video on the Jambutti mine, Lee. Yeah, might do that. There's Jambutti mine in my kitchen. Reggie, do you do photography of the sites you visit? Yes, Reggie, I'm always taking stills. And that's what I was saying earlier. I'd like to print some of the stills, quality, frame them and sell them. And it's not just as a way of getting some petrol money and trying to, do the YouTube more. Salty 1958, what old maps do you use? I go to the National Libraries of Scotland. They've got a great resource of old maps. Grey Mouser, Manchester's iconic graffiti. I've not done a video about that, but a guy called Urban Collective on YouTube has done is doing a series of videos about graffiti, so you could check his channel out. Lisa Tidswell, thank you very much for watching from Stoke. Mike Lawler, how about travelling up the Irwell, taking in the disused railways to bake up? Possibly, yeah. El Chapo's tunnels, don't know. Have you thought about doing anything around Ancoats with all those mills being redeveloped? Yeah, well, Stu, I've done something in Ancoats before, and no doubt I'll revisit it again when we did Medlock 4. Turner Mank, did you ever do the canal part at Stanage Tunnel? No, that would be the next logical step. I'd love to go through on a boat, and one of my mates was trying to sort out a boat trip with the Canal and Rivers Trust, because if we go through on a boat, we need someone to tell us what we're looking at. Because when you're going through on a boat, and I've watched one of the videos, you go underneath the shafts, but you don't know what they are, and you don't know whereabouts you are. And now we've got little bits of knowledge about the shafts, like Redbrook and things like that. It would be good if somebody said, right, that's the Redbrook shaft, and this is this, and this bit is this. So I'd want someone to tell us all about it, rather than just be literally going through a long tunnel. That's the only thing about Standage. It's a 2-hour, I think it's a 2-hour boat trip, so you'd have to cut it right down. Ampant diesel videos. Yeah, can't beat a diesel videos. The Don 1. Hi, Martin. Nodrog got me interested in your channel. Yeah, Nodrog is a railway channel on YouTube. Check him out. He's mentioned me in one of his videos, so thank you, Nodrog. Hello, Tickle Pincers. Hello, you all right? Dean Wickers. When you did 13 Arches, the Lost Station video there, another platform at Ringley Platform, then the Miles to Berrybolt Canal. Yes, I'd like to go back to that area, Dean. Carl, Lockout Bikes, looking like you need... Oh, Carl, it disappeared. Sorry, mate. Oh, the dial's just moved behind you, Gulp. Did it? Keep still. Dave Hargreaves, great stuff. Thank you very much. Steelworks at Earlham, lots of hidden things. Right. Stephanie, thank you so much for the donation. And thank you. Hello to Switzerland, Stephanie. Thank you for your donation. I really, really, really appreciate it. Story time in a minute. What was I going to say? Can't remember. Callum Mont's Wee Cemetery. Yeah, Reggie Peanuts. I'd buy some canvases. There'd be pictures if I sold stuff. DH, thank you very much, Martin. We love how humble, down to earth you are. You're like the mate we all dream of. Is there a way to direct you financially? DH, thank you so much firstly for the donation, and thank you for the question. I'm looking at setting up a Patreon or something like that. If I do it, I'll announce it. But it takes work to do it. You know, it's not, you've got to give something back. So I just need some time to think what I can give you and set up the tiers and everything. 529 people watching. Whoa. James Garrett, when are you going to do episode 9 of the River Medlock? It's coming out next week, James, if we can get me a bum in gear and get it sorted. Ring bells. Thanks for videos, KPC. Thank you very much, Tim Connolly. The swinging canal bridge in Eccles. Right, what was I going to say? Oh, I've got some photos to show you. I've got to keep it interesting. One moment. I always do this. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Do you know where we're going this weekend? HP Potato, thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. This weekend, that's what I was going to tell you. We're going to Alderley Edge, the mines again. So on Saturday this week, we'll be at Alderley Edge. So if you're around, the Derbyshire Caving Club are having a open day. And you can go down. I think they're doing trips into Woodmine. Now, you've seen Woodmine on my... you've seen Woodmine on my video. So they're taking people down Woodmine. I think John is going to take us into Westmine, which is the biggest mine so far. It's going to be an all-afternoon job. The other mines we've done in the evening, but Westmine apparently is massive. So don't know how I'm going to tackle it. Ringwale, all right, mate. So yes, this weekend we're going to Westmine and we're going to make a video and I'll bring that out and that'll be the final one. I can't go in the kitchen and start brewing up, can I? I can't leave you looking at a Dalek. Oh, I didn't bring any sugar. Oh, dear. Right, so Ringway, Lewis is telling me people are asking about me getting a radio license. I'm a bit busy at the minute. No, I'm not dissing it. I don't think I've got time. And if I did get a radio license, I don't think I would go on the radio. You know, my time is spent going out filming what I do and doing the editing and stuff. It's tea. Right. Martin Fitzpatrick. Hi, Martin. Have you watched Hobson's Choice? Yeah, great film. Sell some mugs, John. I will do. Dan, yeah, go and get another cup of tea. John, more tea, Vicar. The Butcher and Friends. Are you a Langley lad? No, I'm not from Langley. And that's not, you know, I'm not from Langley, I'm from the other side. Phil Roberts, you should give Nottingham a visit. Yeah, well, I have. With Trekking and Towpath, we go near Nottingham. The Berrybourne Canal, Luke Stahl. Too bad you can't get into the mines at Worsley Delph. Yes, they're really dangerous. They're full of gas, so it's not a good thing to do, and they're really blocked off and difficult to get into. Craig Adam, ever thought of doing a video about Trafford Park? Yes, I have. Dave Spooney, Boddington's, yeah, or Boddington's or Yorkshire Tea, Dave. It's Marks and Spencer's Gold. I do like them. Lee, yeah. Knobs for fingers probably. Hobson's, Dave Dirt, Martin Fitzpatrick, Taste of Honeys are great. Hi, Martin. The Upper Medlock down to Clayton Vale, lots of interesting places like Parkbridge. Yeah, I know about them. I didn't watch Chernobyl. No, I don't watch much TV, to be honest with you. I've ever been to the Blue Lagoon. I don't know where that is. Get a radio license, Chris. All right, I might do. When I stop doing YouTube. Carla, happy birthday, Martin. Love your channel. It fuels my desire to visit England and visit the history and the famous obscure. Yeah, it's not my birthday, but thank you very much and best wishes to Seattle. When are you going underground Manchester? Keep up the good work, Dave. There's an underground one coming out soon, kind of underground. Paul, I'm not telling you. Middleton. You haven't got, and I've not got time for TV. No, I haven't. Stevie Woo, Blue Lagoon, Wales. Is it in what's the place called? The little village called near Snowdon, the foot of Snowdon, Llanberis. Is it that? Because I've seen a big lake there. I'd like to do a slate mine. That would be quite good, wouldn't it? Going in a slate mine. Anne Hayward, would you wear Ukrainian underpants because Chernobyl fallout? Yes, I would. Do you think we should do? Somebody sent me some stuff in the post. Shall I open it now? What do you think? I might do when I do a midweek video. I might do. I've got some mail to open, so we could open the mail on the video, couldn't we? Somebody sent stuff to. All right, I'll go and get one of them. I'll tell you what, I'll go and get one of them. I'll open one of them now. Give me a minute. Just give me a blank screen for a minute. How long have I been on for? It's gone over an hour, you see. Is everyone still all right? 539. Oh, my God. Is everyone still okay? Do you want me to carry on, or do we finish it soon? Right. Tell you what I'll do. I'll go and get me some post. Does it sound all right? I'm using a posh microphone. Carry on, keep going. Crack on with it. I'm concerned I don't want to bore you. Here until midnight. Get a drink and come back. I've got one. I've just poured one out. It is a Yeti, Eric. Yeah, it's a good microphone. Right, I'll go and get some mail. Won't be a sec. Here we are in a room full of strangers standing in the night. Oh, somebody sent me a donation. I missed it. I do apologise if I missed it. Right, Stevie Woo. Yes, there's another Blue Lagoon in right toxic site. So somebody sent me this, so that I have a PO box. PO boxes are mega expensive to set up, right? And we got it. Me and Lewis got it for 6 months. So I think it's coming to an end. So I might have to repay. It's PO Box 265 M24 OBX. Let me just double check on my phone. All right, yeah. So PO Box 265 Manchester M24 0BX. I've not massively publicised it, but I have mentioned it a few times. Anyway, somebody sent me this. I think it's a map. Resh, thank you so much. Hi, Martin. Thank you so much for everything you're doing. Love the channel and the content. Question, if you could travel back in time, where would you go and what would you like to see? Oh, my God. The amount of times I've thought of that. Where would you go? I mean, it's just unbelievable, isn't it? Where would you go? Would you go to the 70s, to when I was a kid, and look at Manchester in the 70s? Would I go to... I'd have to go back further, probably early 1800s or something like that. I can't get in it. Professional. Professional. Well, I don't want to damage it. Oh, that could be dog shit, couldn't it? Right, won't be a sec. Reggie Peanuts, do I have any bloopers? Olafson, thank you so much for the donation. I really, really appreciate it. It's very, very kind of you. Thank you. Do I have any bloopers? You know what, right? Let's talk about bloopers. I used to watch a YouTube channel, right? And it was good. It was a comedy channel or kind of a comedy channel. And then they started doing bloopers. And it was kind of all right. But then you started to think to yourself, some of this is a bit forced. You know, and they were showing clip after clip after clip where they got it wrong. And you were just like, after 5 clips and they're still getting it wrong. And you're going, seeing it now. I'm a bit funny about bloopers because there aren't many bloopers. The only blooper was when I dropped when I fell into the medlock on medlock number, whatever it's going to be at the end. And I was getting out the kayak. And the kayak's like unstable. And I hadn't mastered getting it out. And when we was in the medlock, you kept getting to shallow bits. I'm going to have to get some scissors. We kept getting to shallow bits because the Irwell's mega deep. So it's great. No problem. On the medlock, you kept running aground and having to keep getting out and drag the bloody thing along. So I hadn't mastered getting in and out, and it was about knee deep, and I had to get out. And I think as I was getting out, I stumbled. I had the camera around my neck, my little camera around my neck, so that it didn't go in the water or I didn't drop it. Stumble forward, and the camera dipped into the medlock. Unfortunately, it didn't get caught on filming. But Kevin and John that were with me were obviously laughing hilariously at me. But then I had to carry on filming then on the GoPro. And the phone, can you believe? And all this amazing footage and no camera to capture it with. Right, it is a map. I know I'm annoying you. Leonard, thank you. Wow, Leonard, thank you very much. Joy Division, Synths, History, a good combination. Only Manchester City is missing. Yeah, I'm not a football fan. I do apologise, but thank you so much for the donation. Thank you so much for the donation. Really appreciate it. I should have had somebody here, to make a brew and pass me tea and everything. Michael, I'll have to wrap this up before Peaky Blinders. I'm sorry. Michael Lysert, what? You still watching? Everyone telling to get the sugar. I'm all right. I'm drinking it without sugar. London Road Fire Station. Graham, I would do, but I can't get in, Graham. Well, I suppose I could stand outside and show old photos and stuff, but it would be much better to be able to get in, wouldn't it? Vertex Ghost, thank you very, very much. Really, really, really appreciate it. Two's time. Thank you. Bye for now. Right, so it looks like a map. It says it's been sent by a Mr. R. Payne. Now, I think he's probably messaged me on Facebook and told me he's sending this. Oh, I don't know what it is, actually. Is there a message with it? There's not. I might have to open that carefully in a bit and make sure there's no message with it. I'll just look at it and make sure it's not nothing nothing bad. Ooh. George, thank you very much for the donation. Really appreciate it. Scott Lilly, you're not annoying, so self-deprecating, quite endearing. Thank you. Outs. Did I meet you in the Arndale? Billy Hopkins' kids are all around Collier, Angel Meadow. Dean Vickers, thank you. Steve Jones, Lewis taking some sugar. Lewis lives too far away. Monty, the PO box is PO Box 265 Manchester M24 0BX. Open it, geez. Yeah, I will do. You know what I'm like. Love surprises. I love your medlock videos. Thank you very much. The light on the dial behind you. Oh, I meant to try and jump to the light. No, we're doing it. I'll just sort this out. Here we are. In a room full of strangers. Loom Cube. Great, doesn't last long. Costs a fortune. Get a bowling P1, much better. Right, I think I can safely show you this. It's a map. Wow. North Wales and Manchester. Military edition. Look at that. Wow, that's amazing. Not to be published. So we'll have to get the magnifying glass on that, won't we, and take a look at that. That's incredible, isn't it? Manchester up there in the top corner. Whoa. And it's quite old as well. That's really interesting, that, isn't it? Really interesting. So no writing on the back. Thank you very much for sending that, Mr. Payne. I'll no doubt catch I think it was on Facebook you messaged me. So I'll have a look at that in a bit. Well, I've gone out of focus. So that was good, wasn't it? Do you want to see some photos, some pictures? And the PO box again, it's PO Box 265. Better make sure I'm getting this right, Anna. 568. Are we still in business? We're still okay. PO Box 265, Manchester, M24 0BX. Praveen, hello to India. Nigel, yes, I was Nigel, and I do know you. We do know each other. That's the Nigel Porter from school in 1983. Yes, I was, mate. Yeah. I think we're in the same maths class, Nigel. Does it have a date on the map? I'll have to have a look in a minute. I'm sorry. PO Box 265, Manchester, M24 0BX. Yeah, that's the one. Dean Vickers, the tattoo on my arm, it says, sometimes when I look in your eyes, I can see your soul. Shane, hello to Western Australia. Hayton, hello to Australia. Any plans to revisit Hotwood Hall? Stephen, all right, Hotwood Hall, an old house hidden in the woods. That was the video, wasn't it? I'd love to. I should message Hotwood himself and say, listen, just let me go in the house, please, and look at the progress you've made, because Hotwood Hall is another one, and it's incredible. Right, you want to see the date on the map? Bottom right hand corner. Standing in the night. Oh, all information correct. 20th of the 11th, 39. So, yeah, so the war, military map. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? I'll have to discuss that with Mr. Payne and see, because there's no doubt he knows some gems on it that he'll tell me about. Right, where are we up to? I didn't want this to go on this long, but 555 still watching. Hello, everyone. I'm well aware that not everyone comments. I'm well aware that some people are just watching. Hello to everybody, whether you've commented or not. Thank you for watching the channel. Thank you for supporting me. I really wouldn't make the videos if people didn't watch them. So everyone that's watched the videos, that subscribed to the channel, really, really appreciate everything. And I'm not just saying that, I really do. If nobody watched the videos, you wouldn't spend all your time making them, would you? And I've got to know you now as an audience, kind of feel I know what we like. So we share an interest, don't we? So sometimes when I'm out and I'm looking at stuff, I'm thinking, they're going to love this, because I do. And I found the picture the other day, and I'm going to relate it to something real. And I'm just like, oh, can't wait to do this one. Carl, thank you so much. Joy Division or New Order? Probably Joy Division. And the reason I say Joy Division, Carl, thank you for your donation, is because for me, Joy Division were consistently good. every single song is really consistently good. I don't think there's a bad Joy Division song. Even the really sort of post-punk stuff they did right at the beginning when they were Warsaw and they were going and that sort of stuff. New Order for me, a lot of dodgy tracks that I just think, oh, I can't listen to this. Right, let's have a look at some comments. Fishbone Dude, thank you very much indeed. Kerry, oh, it's going too fast. I'm sorry. Andrew, thank you very much. David Fairclough, Jimmy Jammy One, Chief Van der Meer, yeah, let's hide you. Neil Brown, sending love from Louisiana. Thank you, Neil, for watching from Louisiana. Thank you, Ringway. Lewis, he's still there. Thank you for sorting that out. Oh, the light's gone out. Where are the pictures? Right, I do apologise. Hello to Amsterdam, Dawn. We're flashing. Thanks, Lewis. Thanks for watching and thanks for keeping staying there and sorting stuff out. Ronald, Oldham lad living in Florida. Wow. We'll try and get some pictures of the hurricane. Brilliant. Might have found a memory bubble. Might have found a Molyneux Brow station picture. Wow, well done if you have. More on the River Tib. See, you know how to get me, don't you? There will be a little bit more on the River Tib in Medlock number 9. Beyond that, you can't. It's intangible. It's underground. You can't see it unless I go and lift a manhole on Tib Street. It's difficult to do. Anne Haywood, Exterminate. Sparky Review, Zero is our hero. Howard's trying to find the old Colliers map. Stevie Woo, Deansgate Junction, West Simply Broadheath, please. Me and Lewis were going to do something on that. Work with Lewis about that area. That's your area where you're from. Lomax Lawson, thank you very much for the donation. Really, really appreciate it. Carl Hamilton, Zero Tolerance. Achilles Star, Daisy Note. Yep, indeed. Right, shall we do some pictures? Because I'm aware I am concerned about your entertainment. So, do you know of a website called TimePix? I know the lady that runs TimePix. We've met a couple of times. She watches the channel, and she's a really nice lady called Elaine. And she's sent me lots of stuff. We met up for coffee a few months ago in Manchester. She gave me some pictures. So I'll show you these. They're similar to the stuff I showed you on the last live stream. This one is entitled, this is Milnrow near Rochdale, blah, blah, blah. Have I got a date? I haven't got a date. Or is there a date in the picture? Oh, April 1953. Here we go. Ready? See if we can get this on. The red dot. I don't know what the red dot is on it. Oh, it's from me. Thingy. April 1953. Milnrow. It's a corker, isn't it? I'll just move your thumb so you can see that. Right, another one. October 1950. Where is it? Cheadle-Hulme. If anyone's from Cheadle-Hulme, in that Stockport, near Manchester. October 1950. Corking pictures of a shop. Corker, that, isn't it? And finally, I have got more actually. All right, Cheetah Mill, number 28 Marlborough Street, junction with Walter Street, Cheetah Mill. And this is 1946. Anyone like Tizer, the Surpriser? It's a corker, that, isn't it? Good then, aren't they? The arrows on Timepix, Ouds. So Timepix is a website, and the story behind Timepix is that ordnance. After the Second World War, there was a lot of bomb damage throughout Britain, and whole areas were being reconstructed, and whole areas were being demolished. Streets were disappearing, and areas were being reconstructed. This is what I got told. Ordnance Survey, obviously the rebuildings took years to do. It took 10, 15, 20, 30 years. I mean, there was still terrace streets there were still crofts that we used to call them, where there were gaps in houses when I was a kid in the 70s. And it's like, well, a bomb had dropped there. They'd been pulled down. There was just a little blank area. Anyway, a waffle. Ordnance Survey went out and surveyed the country. And what the arrows are, it could be a brick, it could be a screw in a wall, it could be a corner of a building, it could be a manhole cover corner. And it was about mapping the country and getting these points of reference so they knew where everything was in relation to each other. So they employed local people to go out, work for Ordnance Survey, and just stand with an arrow with a board of information and have the photo took, so that they could later look back at the pictures and go, right, that is that reference point. All the photos were found. I don't think they were in a skip, but they were somewhere, and then most of them were, the ones that survived were all Manchester, and they were found somewhere ready to be skipped. And so someone saved them and started to archive them and log them. And now you can go on Timepix, pick an area, and you can find pictures around that area. And it is fascinating stuff. Some of the pictures are just literally at the corner of a building. You can't really see much. Some of them, there's kids in the photo, laughing at the guy with the arrow. Some of them you can see down the street. They go up on railway tracks, canals, and it's all 40s, 1940s and 50s. Absolutely fascinating stuff. Back to the comments. Was that all right? Honest exploration. Thank you very much indeed. Mike Atherton, do you ever get to Bog at Old Clough? That's cool. Yeah, I've been to Bog at Old Clough. Want to do a video there. Vortex Ghost, can you get behind the grey door at the Granada? Not at the moment, no, but I'd like to. Chris Jennings, awesome as ever. Thank you very much. Laszlo Fire. Vimto. Exported Vimto. I don't know if you can get it abroad. Educational channel, Gazmore. Thank you very much. Tim Wood. Oliver Bailey, hi Martin, hello Oliver. John Feeney, which video was the most nerve-wracking to film? Good question. I'm never nervous in a video. The Medlock, as I've said in recent videos, got pretty nasty. There was a corner, the Medlock in Medlock 9 goes around a corner, like a sharp bend at the back of the mill. And I'm editing the video at the minute, right? There's Medlock 9. You want to see Medlock 9? It's there. There it is. The river runs round the back of the mill on a sharp corner. And me and Charlie are there going, "Ooh, it's a crane. What's this? What's this in the water?" It's a weir. There was some kind of weir mechanism in the river at the back of the Hotspur Press in Manchester, and it got deep. And this mechanism was there, right? And it was really, we were walking on it, and it was like steps and big drops and stuff, and it got awful. And I said to Charlie, I was with Charlie, I said, "You know what? Not sure about this, if we can carry on here now." And it was really dangerous. And for the first time, the Medlock got quite threatening. And we ended up pushing on and going round the corner. But I bet the drop was like that. So we were walking on the edge, sinking into the mud, like that, sinking in. But we clung to the corner and hung on to these reeds. I couldn't even film it. It was that bad. And we got round the corner and then we were back to shallow water again. That's how quick it changes. 1 minute it's dead deep, 1 minute it's shallow again. And we nearly didn't carry on. And it's the remains of a weir in the Medlock that fed a factory, a mill or something like that. And it was awful. And I want to go back to the Medlock and do something else, but I don't want to go back around that corner again. I need to figure a way of getting back into it. Was that all right? That was quite nerve-wracking. That was a nerve-wracking. That's to answer your question. Where are we? 549 people. Hello, everyone. Right. Where's the old hall on the race course? Yeah. The one when you first flew the drone, nervous. Oh, the drone. Oh, the drone. Flipping out. Don't mention the drone, honestly. And when I done that recent collab with Trekking and Towpaths, if you look at his channel, it's a great little channel. He does canals and he does railways and stuff. I took my drone on that because we looked at a railway viaduct, and the metal of the viaduct was interfering with the drone. And we was on the viaduct and I got it up and the drone just started doing weird stuff. And that drone, the Mavic, is usually really rock steady in the air. And I was just like, oh, I'm going to lose it again. I'm going to lose it again. Get it back. And I just got this quick shot and brought it back in. The drone scares me to death, honestly. Crack 2 eggs on your head for 20 quid. Nah. When you're going to speak about Great Britain post World War II, I promise not to say a word. I'm going outside. See you. I don't know. We've always. Oh, you mean yeah. I know what you mean. The old lift in the mill, that was scary. The Medlock videos. Thank you very much. I love the Medlock as well. No, I don't watch Peaky Blinders. I suppose I should, but I don't watch it. Find your granddad's house on Time Picks. Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it? Great, entertaining and fascinating videos, Martin. Thank you very much. Tony Smith, 50 quid. What? Crack 2 eggs on my head? How daft is that? No. Can you do the Medlock? Simon, can you do the Medlock the other way? Maybe, but not yet. Not yet. Matt W, I'm a weir. What's your surname? CPTJ, what camera equipment do you use? I've got a bit of a camera fetish. So me being me, it's like I've got the little cameras. So I've got a Canon G7X Mark II, which is a little point and shoot, does phenomenal video. But then again, I've got my DSLR. So I've got a Canon R, which wasn't cheap, but it's a little bit more. You can do a little bit more with it, and it's like my posh one. So I use a Canon R, and I'm a bit of a Canon shooter. Oliver Bailey, a fan of Time Team. Yeah, it's a great program. Superior Being, get a drone submarine. I know someone that's got one. Gaz, thank you very much. Bye for now. Tony Smith, 200 quid and a bag of quavers. Nah. Shep Savage TV. I don't think it's those smaller cameras with smaller sensors aren't brilliant in low light, but it performs fairly well. Malcolm, Panasonic. Wasn't there an issue with focus on them? You can't beat Canon's focusing system. Valerie, Crime Lake and the Medlock. I should do Daisy Nook. You see, I'm a bit ignorant when it comes to cameras. I've only really ever had. I've got all glitter on me off that map. It was wrapped in old Christmas paper. I've only ever shot Canon, so I know it. But I know Canon's best, and they seem to do the job for me. I have recently got a Sony, and it seems pretty good, but the menu system is horrendous. The Canon menu system is brilliant and really, really easy to use. So I don't see any point in getting anything else. And of course, all my lenses are Canon, so I don't really see the point. Martin Thompson, East Lancashire Railway. Yeah, I would go back. But somebody mentioned me going back and looking at the warship, the Class 42, and nothing's come of that yet. But I'd love to go back and have a trip on the warship. Thank you, Be alive. Thank you very much. Tony Smith, the tunnels under Oldham Civic Centre. That would be good to see. Ouds, Queen's Park. Yeah, I did a video in Queen's Park in 5 Manchester Mysteries. Alan Newton, I was born in Oldham as well. Ron Smith, the Cornbrook. Yeah, the Cornbrook is one of Manchester's lost rivers, now all underground. If you go on 28 Days Later, there's a guy called Nick Inroy. He did the whole lot, and he said it was just horrendous. And you can see all these photos of the Cornbrook, and it does look, I think it took them all day to do it, 8 hours underground, sometimes crawling, going through mud. It was horrendous. Adele Powell, Heaton Park. Yeah, that'll be a good one. Grumpy Acres, Martin, try to get hold of Tony Flynn if you can for Salford stuff. Good stuff. Get down the Cornbrook. Dan Miller, any more trips to Liverpool planned? 2, revisit the Williamson tunnels and another that I'm trying to sort out. Tim Connolly, the Lost River Dean. Yeah, do you know anything about it? It's a bit of a difficult one, that one. Mindset. Oh, you're from Manchester, yep. An Orwell series, I'd like to. RLC bunkers, I know I've not really done many apart from the one in Saddleworth. Dean Vickers, Ringley Old Bridge is an ancient stone bridge. All right. Matt, I told you about the lift to underground Manchester. Tongall, yeah. My favourite unsolved mystery. So who's asking that? Oliver Bailey, what's my favourite unsolved mystery? I don't know. Recently, I've been looking at a lot around the River Irk area under Manchester, Victoria. And I've got a friend who's watched that video and has become obsessed with it. And there's a lot of stuff relating to. Do you remember when we went in the River Irk culvert and I was down there and I had my posh camera that day, right? And I was trying not to drop it in the river. And that's all I had with me because it was a bit of an opportunity. But anyway, we were looking at what I called morgue chutes on the wall. And I only call them morgue chutes because they are referred to as morgue chutes by other urban explorers. And they reckoned that cattle would drop down that and loaded onto boats. This isn't the case. That's not what they are. And I've got a friend who's been looking extensively into them and has come up with a whole other theory as to what those recesses in the walls of the River Irk culvert under Manchester, Victoria were. Now, someone has also just mentioned the fence about Walker's Croft Cemetery. Wow. And also, there's supposed to be an old entrance to Walker's Croft Cemetery down there. Now, it's not going to be, we're not going to see the cemetery. It'll just be like maybe some steps that are bricked up. So that area still holds a lot round there. It's I keep seeing maps of the area, and as I was saying before, Allen's Court, Gibraltar, and how it all used to be, and how the new Manchester Victoria has gone over it. So a lot of unanswered questions about that area. Voice is breaking up. Why? Is the sound and video still okay? It should be. What have we got on? 497. Shall we start calling it a day in a bit? It's 9 o'clock. I'm a bit worried. It's a school night. Is everyone still happy with it? The old Boar's Head and the secret room in Middleton. Yep, I'm well aware of that. Sound is okay. Sounds fine. Great. Thank you very much for letting me know. Right. What I'll do is, I'm aware that, we're going on a bit now, and I don't want to bore you too much. This video usually stands. What YouTube does is it processes this live stream, and this stands as an individual video on my channel. But as we've been on for an hour and a half, nobody's going to sit and watch it, so I'll just delete it. Oh, we've got light back. Let's relight the Dalek. Let's go red. Steve Perry, will this be a regular Sunday night feature? No, it's a cheat, Steve, because I didn't have a video ready. And I thought, rather than just leave a long gap with nothing and say nothing. So next week, I've got 1 day off midweek. I need to try and get work on Medlock number 9, and I've got Sunday to work on it as well. So that's 2 days. Will I be able to do it in 2 days? And I've also got to film a little piece in Manchester for it as well. Will I be able to do it? I hope so. It's got to be nice. If it's Medlock, it's got to be nice. Shall we conclude in a bit? Let's just have a look at this. There you go. Yes. Somebody said, shall I conclude? Somebody said yes. Somebody said no. Good night, everyone. Steve. Right. What I'll do is, Reggie Peanuts, keep talking. It's still early. But I'm aware I'm getting boring. Ribble Viaduct in North Yorkshire. Yeah, I'd love to get up there. Is there any spare footage from the Irk Valley videos? Yeah. I will get the Patreon thing sorted. Yeah. Simon Mills, I love the Tudor house as well. It was incredible. Freddie Van, thank you very much. Thank you, Thomas. Tongol. People just keep typing Tongol. Right, okay. I'm just trying to reconnect with you via the comments. Vimto and ties are available in Halifax, Canada. Amazing. Love the videos. What's the oldest building in Manchester? I can tell you, probably the cathedral, unless I'm wrong. Don't forget, I'm not a historian. I just explore, see things and go, oh, what's that? So I'm not a historian. I would have thought the oldest building in Manchester is the cathedral, but Hanging Bridge is phenomenally old, isn't it? Phenomenally old. Right, what I was going to show you was, do you remember the photos in Medlock 8? I'd love to go to the Buzz Museum. Will they let me film? Thank you, Yvette. Do you remember the photos in Medlock 8? Right, so I think those were the ones that I put on the video. Do you remember some of them? Here we are in a room full of strangers. Yeah, all that sort of stuff. Well, these are the ones I picked out and decided to put on the video. There were so many. I remember that little street. Incredible, wasn't it? That street's gone forever, hasn't it? Well, if those are the ones that went in the video, right? These are the ones that never made it in the video. These are the ones that didn't make it in the video. Look at that lot there. Now, a lot of them repeat what you've already seen. So I'll pull one out. Pulls one out that doesn't repeat. I'll show you that. It says 2nd of June 1959 from College Roof. I'm guessing if it says College Roof, it might be Sheena Simon College. Well, this is the sort of stuff. Jaggers Yard from Mill Roof. So I'm taking Jaggers Yard as long since gone. Long since gone. Where are we? So this must be all the area that got disappeared and pulled down when they did the Medlock and built the UMIS campus. Obviously, some of them repeat. So there's another picture of UMIS, the UMIS campus being built. And you see why, I had to sort of like get it down a bit. I don't think there's anything interesting in here. Some of the pictures of the guys are really good. This is dated 1960, 18th of February 1960. I'll probably do a separate video on them. So that's UMIS being built. What have we got in the picture? Reinforced concrete. And as Sunday mentioned, not a hard hat in sight. But wearing hard hats is not a bad thing now, is it, really? You do need them. This is interesting. Are we all right? Willett Street Police Station, Colliers, no. What's this? Yeah, kayak on the Mersey. I would like under Stockport, on the Mersey. Yeah, I'd like to do that actually. Safety flat caps. Angel Meadow, Irish immigrants. Yeah, I was watching from Philadelphia. Hello, Roger. Yeah, I was talking earlier on about an interesting article I found that is all about that round there. What's this? All this? That's not. There's so many that I could show you. It's incredible. Oh, London Road Fire Station. Piccadilly London Road Station from the college roof. So the college roof will be the UMIS building. So, ready? So that's Manchester. You see Manchester Piccadilly there, and you'll see London Road Fire Station, which is the triangular arrangement there. And that's dated September 1960. It's a good one, that, isn't it? Am I going too fast? I hope I'm not. I do apologise if I am. Oh, look at this one. So this one's dated 65 Sackville Street. I'm presuming this has been pulled down. No date on it, but you'll let you work out the date. Person there as well. Look at that car, and I'll move it down so you can see the top of the building. So I reckon that's long since gone. Somebody's saying, Tahir Hussain, can you do a video about a series about Canal Street? Yes, I'd like to do that because it's an interesting story around Canal Street. Interesting about why the gay village ended up there and the two sort of communities that met there and how it came about. It's quite interesting. A lot of story of what's the word? What's the word? People that went there. I can't think of it. It's kind of like ostracized communities, two ostracized communities that met, and it's an interesting story. So I'd like to do that. 1912, a gas system was being devised for public transport. It was abandoned due to the cars become readily available after World War One. Hattersley needs a revisit. Will you be doing the deepest canal lock, Steve? Is that the one at Rochdale? Disenfranchised Achilles. Yes, that's the word. What about a video on Manchester Central Station GMX? Yeah, it's all, there's so much. We've only just barely scratched the surface. Another picture. No date on this one. I'm presuming this is the Oxford Road Railway. Again, I'm aware that some people don't know Manchester very well, but there's the railway that runs from Manchester Piccadilly to Oxford Road, sort of crosses the southern part of the city. I'm guessing these are some more buildings that are pulled down. Look at the truck there. Amazing stuff. No date on that one. It's a corker, isn't it? But you see how there were so many pictures. There's so many pictures that I couldn't put in. So we'll have to do a little let's go through the picture series, won't we? Oh, is that Guardian? No, it's not. Right, we okay. And we got on 486. I'm aware that some people have joined and then gone, and then more people have joined. So hello to everyone. Hello, everyone. Thank you for commenting in the comment section. I'm sorry I can't get through them all, but they're flying up like mad. If you're just watching, thank you for watching and joining me on the live stream. Thank you for watching the videos. It's absolutely incredible, and I really appreciate everyone that watches the videos, that comments, that subscribes, and like I say, watches and everything. I really, really appreciate it. Let's have a look. Good night, Rich. Mike Hatton. Hi, Martin. Please don't delete the video as I've only just tuned in. Mystery Steve SA. Any thoughts on the underground market that was on Market Street? The underground market was a place I used to go a lot, and it was on Market Street in Manchester. And it was a bit of an iconic place. Half of it, when I went in the early 80s, was derelict. The other half of it was filled with record shops, a few clothes shops, and a place where you could go and buy tapes, bootlegs of concerts. So you could go and watch a concert in May, and about June, July, the guy on the underground market had it in on a cassette tape, and you'd go through that. I go, oh, it's there, I've got it, brilliant, found it. How much is that, mate? £3, right, nice one, take that home. So the underground market was amazing, and there was a woman on the underground market that we had a bit of a derogatory name for, because she had loads of rare records, and you'd go in and you'd see the really rare record that you wanted. And of course, you know, I was on about £35 a week then, and the record was about £8. I'd give my mum a tenner. I had £25 left for myself. So was that, how much is that? £8. Right. Will you take 7? No. 7.50? No. She just wouldn't negotiate. Underground market. I don't think there's much of it left now. I know some urban explorers went in recently, and it was not a lot left, because most of it is now Tesco. So when you're in, if you live in Manchester and you go into Tesco Market Street, when you go downstairs, that is what remains of the underground market. There is a bit where the escalators used to be, but there's not much left. Anyway, there you go. Yes, we had a market called Oasis in Birmingham. Yeah, there was a stall in the underground market called Oasis. Do I remember? I can't pronounce your name. Do I remember A1? A1 Music in Manchester? Yeah, first place I went in and tried a synthesizer out. Mark, what secondary school did I go to? Holland High. Hated it. Nigel Lloyd, thanks, Martin. Thank you very much. Julian, we'll do a video on Manchester Ship Canal. Yeah, I'd love to. Evan Roberts, 10 Lock Flight, Runcorn Bridge. You can see I'm a bit nearsighted here, can't you? Nigel Porter, thank you very much, Nigel. Nigel, was you in my maths class at school, Mrs. Hadfield's maths class? It is you, innit? Mike, no, I haven't published any books on Manchester. I'd love to publish a book, but it'd have to be a book about the places we've explored, and a kind of a photo book with a bit of a paragraph saying this is what we did and this is when we did it, and as you can see in the photo, that sort of thing. But I don't know how to do it. And doing a colour photography book, apparently putting that together is quite expensive. The underground market had the bizarre smell. I don't remember it. I remember going on the underground market, and I didn't have a clue about fashion. I didn't have a clue about fashion, right? I was clueless. And I bought a pair of jeans, right? And they were women's jeans. I don't know if I told this story before, and I got home, and my mum said to me, they're women's jeans. And this person on the market had let me buy them. And I remember my mate saying, "You got to take them back, the women's jeans. Then you've got no arse in them." And I think I took them back. Yeah, why did I tell that story? I don't know. Ron Smith, I bought a pair of platforms from Oasis in the underground market for £32, and my wage was £8. Mike Farrell, I don't know if the underground market. I don't think there was a fish stall there. There was another one, weren't there? Dana Patterson, Dana, I'll lose you now in the comments. So if I need help with the book, I do. So if you email me, if you go to my channel and go to the About section, you can email me. I'm slow at getting through emails, or you can contact me in the private section on Facebook. but that would be great. I would love to do a book. I am looking at revenue streams, so I can do more YouTube, or I can get the videos done on time. I work full time, and I think there's an opportunity. And I know some people don't like YouTubers that try to make money, but I would try to put things out of value. And if I can, I've got a mortgage to pay like you have, and bills to pay, but I would love to do YouTube more and get more into it and find more places. And as the channel grows, we are getting opportunities and invited to do things. We got a fantastic opportunity about 2 weeks ago in Manchester, and we filmed something that is amazing. And it was quite a compliment, because the people that invited me into this place said, "We like your channel, we like what you're doing, and we thought you're the person for the job." And I took that as a massive, massive compliment. So it would be lovely to do it more, do YouTube more. The laggier Colin Slack bought a kid's drum machine in the underground market. It was brilliant. Hi Martin, found your channel. The Bearded Badger found your channel recently, subscribed, spent a lot of time with your nan and mum who lived in Earlham, Caddy. Said thank you very much for that, and thank you for subscribing. Take a look at how all the stations turned out their YouTube channel into a book. Yeah, you're right. How about films made in Manchester? Taste of Honey, of course. Of course. Sorry, I'm burping. Kate, thank you very much. Matt, thank you very much. Reggie Peanuts, 90s Manchester pre-bomb. I've got some, but they're not brilliant ones. But I've got some that I took on a film camera. They're not amazing. Gillingham Gus, what about Fred Dibnah? Did you rate him? Of course I rated Fred Dibnah. Fred Dibnah was amazing. When Fred Dibnah came on TV in 1978, and I think when that was when that first series was on. I was in 78, I was 11, and I think it was on BBC Two, and it was just called Fred Dibnah Bolton Steeplejack. And I remember just watching it and thinking, this is incredible. It was absolutely fascinating. So even then, at 11 years old, I was fascinated with it. And I remember, and I think I've told this before, he had got a job there was a hill in a lake, and he had a job to flatten the hill. And they didn't want to use machines because they didn't want to disturb the wildlife. And he just flattened the hill with a shovel, him and Donald. And that was one job. And of course, when he started going up the chimneys, I was gobsmacked. It was just everything I'd been interested in. So yeah, Fred Dibnah was amazing. You know, we walk in his shadow, don't we? The thing about Fred Dibnah was he was so clever, because he was an engineer. He was very clever. He understood how these things were built, these structures were built, and he understood how steam engines worked. He could manufacture the parts for them. He was an extremely clever man, far more clever than I could ever be. I stand back and look at it and just go, wow, and take a photograph of it and trying to find information. Fred Dibnah could take it down and rebuild it. I walk in his shadow. Right. Am I going on? 529 people. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. This has now gone on for 2 hours, and I wanted to do it for about 1 hour. I need to get to shopping a bit as well. I could do some eggs and egg on toast before I go to bed. We all stand on the shoulders of greats. We do, Dreary Drunkard. Adele Powell. Fred Dibnah didn't use any safety harnesses. He was just... Yeah, but I think he should have. He scared me. Fred Dibnah, proper bloke, yeah. Self-deprecating, called himself a backstreet mechanic. No, Fred Dibnah was I think he was very clever to be able to do what he did with that steam engine and manufacture the parts by hand and strip it down and rebuild it. That was an engineer's mind, that. And he built his mum's chimney, didn't he, on top of their house, and he built it different to all the rest on the terraced houses. He built it, and he built an out thing like that, and out of bricks. So a craftsman. Greg DeBakers, the violent gangs of Ancoats in the late 19th century scuttlers. Yes, incredible. And this is what always makes me laugh, Greg, about people sometimes looking back with rose-coloured spectacles, and then you read about the scuttlers in Manchester, who were just one group, one gang, one set of gangs in Britain, and they were horrendous. They fought with knives and weapons, and woe betide if you got in the way, because they were savage. So and they were Angel Meadow was a savage place, absolutely savage. And it was poverty and ignorance. And I don't mean ignorance as in, I'm not saying that in a malicious way about the people. I'm saying they had no opportunities for education. And so you get poverty and lack of education, and it comes together as a nightmare, doesn't it? Fred's mum's chimney is now a listed monument. Yes, David. Tony Griffiths, you're doing great, Martin. Founder of Peeps on live stream. Thank you very much. Drew Drunkard, that Dean Kirby's book on Angel Meadow, if you get it, you can buy it on Amazon. Dean Kirby, Angel Meadow. It's a great book. I've not read it all myself yet. Kenneth Ainsworth, are you going to get together with Paul Whitewick's on Ashton Railways? He'll have to come back up and do another one. So no doubt me and Paul and Rebecca will do another video together. Michael Faulkner, Exterminate. Yeah, he's behind me. Grumpy Acres. Fred once helped me jump start my mini metro when it broke down. Wow. Dean Vickers, the Robert Fletcher paper mill. Market Stonecliffe. Right, I'll have to look into that one. Mr. Pace, did you ever find out why there were seashells near the bottom of the copper mine? Yes, because Mr. Pace, it was an ancient beach that had been compressed, and then in terms of rock, it had been buried. I don't understand geology that well. Mark Matthews, is Keith Warrender on Facebook? Wow, Keith Warrender's book. Simon Lapworth, once in a Guinness left. Hotwood Hall College, old buildings in the grounds. Old buildings in the grounds, John Statham, is there? I know the Ice House is up the way. Matt Farrell, you're old enough to remember Bellevue. I don't know if I do. We only went once. I went once as a very tiny kid. I went back to a car show once, but never went much as a child, and then it disappeared. Turner Brothers in Rochdale make a good video. Huge ass. What's my profession? And it's just boring manual. They've got a social media policy, and we can't identify each other. So if you want the videos to carry on, I don't talk about my job, because if they call me in and say you breached the social media policy, that's the end of me. Alan T, hi mate, I love your vids. We need someone doing one in Leicester. Invite me down. Come down. What bus did I get from Mid? I'm telling you, that's a good way of putting it. What bus did I get from Middleton into Manchester? Yeah, good one. Right, okay, ENR 9:45, then call it a night. Like my dad. Yeah, all right, 9:45. We'll call it a night. I will need the toilet. I need to go for a wee. Dig of the Dump 59. All right, so just for the people that are watching abroad, okay. So people have been asking me where in Manchester I'm from, and so what they're trying to do is coax me into telling them what bus service I got from where I live into Manchester, and that will tell them roughly where I'm from. I'm from North Manchester, Middleton. Yeah. Use your flask. Yeah, I could do. Yeah, but it would be embarrassing because you'd hear me wee noises. Chris Jennings, hello. Valerie Longmore, hello. Jason Watler, hello. Matt Farrell, hello. Handy Andy, hello. Hello. Africa, wow. Hello. Handy Andy, hello from Africa, wow. Ron Smith, good night. Thanks for being there. Tiger Diesel, Louisville, Kentucky, hello. Thank you very much, Tiger Diesel. Thomas Noonan, has Tong Hall got anything to do with Blakely New Road? Don't know. Stevie Woo, thank you, Stevie. Thanks for being here. See you soon. Gillingham House, please keep this on your channel. I've tried to. Yeah, I think it does stay on, but it's 2 hours worth. People won't watch it. Raffles, End of Medlock. Hello from Radcliffe. Hello. Father and Son's life. Hello, Father and Son. Dean Vickers. Prestoley Aqueduct. Yes, brilliant. Have I got anything to tell you? Marlene, hello to Canada. I'm in the 59, Deadale Park. David Barrett, get a beer down. You need to get to the shop before it shuts. What time's the shop shut on a Sunday night? I can't remember. It's not just yet, is it? Right, favourite diesel loco. Somebody put it was a class 50 the other day, and 50s were all right. I think it was the 40 and the 25s. And the reason I say that is because the 40s and the 25s used to rumble by on the line near me, and you'd hear them coming miles away. And when I was a kid at school, there was a book called The Big Blue Diesel. It weren't a Ladybird book, but it was this book I used to get out, and it was called The Big Blue Diesel, and it looked like a class 40. And then when I started to see them on the railway line, they were just like, you know, and when I learned about them, I love the fact they were named after the ocean liners, and they were built by English Electric. How wonderful is that name, English Electric? And the 25s were a smaller loco and used to rasp past on freights going up the line, and you'd hear them at night rattling past, and you just loved it. So I think class 40s and class 25s. And we're flashing again. Simon Mills, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your donation, and great to Gorton. Urbexy, hello Urbexy. Check out Urbexy's channel. He does urban exploring in Scotland, around Glasgow. Urbexy, he's called Alistair. His channel is Urbexy, and there's some great old industrial stuff that he does. 24-hour filling stations, last resort. Actually, I think I've got some porridge I could have. Right. Play Fortnite. I know I'm not a gamer. Is that your camera flashing? No, it's the light flashing. It's my little Lume Cube flashing. Oh, where is it? That I used to light the. It's gone out now. It's running out of battery. I tried to attractively light the Dalek behind me. 512 on. Will Spoonie Roberts, might love your work, buddy. Give my Mrs. Louise Nurse a shout. I'm a celebrity crush. Me? Great work, thank you. Hello, Louise. Thank you. I'm glad that I'm your celebrity crush. God knows why. And if I look tired, it's because I am. I've been working nights. Phil Smith, thank you very much. Get a pie, mate. Thank you very much, Phil. That's really kind of you. Peter O'Toole, hello to Ireland. I was live in Cheltenham Medlock I lived in Cheltenham Medlock as a kid, up to 6, and then moved to Ireland. Brilliant stuff. Reggie Peanuts, have you ever got into trouble for trespass? No, not yet. When filming, do you have any problems filming in Manchester? Yes. Okay, story time. Father and Sons, thank you very much for subbing. That's really kind. And Dreary Drunkard, thank you so much. That's really kind of you. £10, that'll go towards some petrol. Right, so this wasn't my finest moment. So when I was filming, do you remember we did the underground video in the River Irk culvert under Manchester Victoria? It required me to go to the front of Manchester Victoria station in the street and film part of the station. And of course, I didn't do it on my phone. I did it on a decent camera. William Haley, thank you so much. And that's really kind of you. I really appreciate it. As I'm filming, it was just a piece so that I could voice over and say, there's the old part of Manchester Victoria. This is the new part. It was literally a little bit. And it was on the street, and you're allowed to film and photograph in a public place. In British law, you can film anything you want in a public place, right? Film and photograph, unless it's private property. So a security guard comes flying out of Victoria Station. He was to do with the arena. So he was concert security, and that night they were having a concert, and he came flying out, giving it this, you're not allowed, you can't film here, put it away. Now, I understand that there was a bomb that went off at the arena, but you can't give in to terrorism, and you can't tell everyone you can't make it up and say you're not allowed to film. And people like me are filming YouTube videos and doing it, to inform people, and people are taking photos of the family and stuff. You can't stop people doing that just because some idiot let a bomb off. And he used that against me. A bomb went off here, you're not allowed to film. And I just said no. And we ended up having an argument. It weren't my finest moment, but I had to challenge him. You can't have these private security guards telling you what you can and can't do. Otherwise, I won't get videos out. I'm waffling now, but somebody had said, ever have any problems filming? And yes, I had a private security guard trying to tell me on the street that I wasn't allowed to film, and we ended up arguing about it. Anyway, Tony Griffiths, thank you very much. That's really kind of you. Ghost Linux, I've got a DJI Spark. I would love to film steeples and so on, but the law scares the crap out of me. Yeah, it depends. It scares me as well, but sometimes I always think, when we look back at old photos, the guy that took that photo, I wonder if he jumped over a fence to get that photo, and I wonder what he did to get it. Aren't we glad that he got it? And in 5 years' time, people look back, in 10 years' time, people look back and go, that's great because that area's changed now. And I think sometimes you've got to just take the risk and get the footage. Should I have gone on the River Irwell kayaking? We got some amazing footage. We'll look back in a few years, and I'll look back in a few years and be glad that I got it. KD, this is really insane. What a great, interesting conversation. Thank you very much. I'm aware that I might be boring people, and somebody said you need to wrap it up for 1:45. So, nostalgia, yeah. Would you abseil into Victorian Arches? No. Mystery Steve SA, would you abseil into Victorian Arches or get a ladder up from a raft? No. I don't know if anyone knows what he's on about. River, big high wall, arches. You can't mount a ladder on your boat because you'd be all over the place. Would I abseil down? Absolutely not. I'd have to find another way in. Adele, thank you very much for the £2. That's really, really kind of you. Steve Perry, numbers increasing, 528. Wow. Dig of the Dump, commands. Bloody brave kayaking in here. Well, yeah, I enjoyed it actually. Stuart Gillibrand, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's very, very, very kind of you. I could listen to you for hours. That's very kind of you. Yes, Urbexy, the only shot you will regret is the one that you don't get. So let's talk about, I need a wee. What am I going to do? Will you wait while I go and have a wee? Do you not mind? And I'm aware that I don't want to bore you. Do you mind if we go and get a wee? I'll be as fast as I can. I really need a wee, and it's affected me. Great stream, Martin. Thank you. Go and have your wee. Is that okay? Middle-aged bladder. It's not what it used to be. And I had 2 cups of tea. Might put the... Wash your hands. I will wash my hands. Are you okay? I'll try and... No, I can't leave you anything. Go for it. Right, I'll go and have a wee. Do you not mind? Now go. Well, only live streaming as a wee. I'll shut the curtains as well. Right, I won't be a minute. I'll be as fast. I'll push it out as fast as I can. In a room full of strangers. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Oh, I'm coming back. Oh, water getting on the laptop. What's going on? What's going on? Right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh, the relief. Just get this water off the laptop. Oh, dear. That's the sound of the tip. By the time I'd had a wee, the kettle had boiled. So that's why the milk came on. Right, what have we been saying? 1 sugar, yeah, I'll put half a sugar in. I'm putting on a lot of weight, you know. Dribble marks, filled to busting. This nearly wasn't a live stream. That nearly. Martin, where the Irwell passes under the Mank Liverpool line, you did the Irwell kayak bid. It passed under their 3. Malcolm, thank you very much. Thank you. That's really kind of you. That really appreciate it. That's so kind of you. Best live stream I've ever. Time for a cuppa. I'm just aware they go on forever. I came on for an hour and it's just going on and on and on and on and on. And I don't want to bore you. Only we've got 523. To the 523, I do apologize. I hope you're okay and you don't mind this. I really do hope you're okay. I don't want to bore you. I really don't. I've got something to say in a minute. Adele, thank you so much. That's really kind of you. That's really kind of you. So do you remember the sugar? Yeah, I've got the sugar this time. Yeah, I feel better now. We tried to move the Dalek collectively. No, I can't have a Guinness. If I start getting drunk, I'll start telling you all that I love you. That's what I do. I'm one of those drunks that just starts to love people. Where am I going to put the tea bag? Right, tea bag's there. Martin, someone said to finish at 21:45. 40 minutes ago. Yeah, I know. Sorry, Chris. Is that the stream? But, stream is fab. No, I haven't got a drone license. I love hearing a Manc accent. If we minded, we wouldn't stay. Explain around Daisy Nook. Right. Okay. Michael. Oh, that's... Oh, no dear. Mike Lawler. Pause to a test card. TV. Sorry, my daddies love watching your videos, taking back in time. It felt good about himself, so big thank you. Thank you, Debbie. Daisy Note, yeah, all to... Thank you very much. Marilyn, thank you. Start your own travel company. Right, a couple of things I want to ask you. What's cooking up next? More Medlock, Andrew. Urbex here. What are your thoughts on compulsory drone registration from November? Is it? That's me knackered. Yeah, I'll have to register it, won't I? That'll severely limit what I do. You need to, right, Dewey Jones, you need to leave live stream via OBS. Why? I don't understand. What does that do that he's... I don't understand. I think the early days you had to, didn't you? But I don't understand why. Was that Johnny was into Pink Floyd, early Pink Floyd? I can't say I was, no. Although I do like some of the twee songs that Thingy wrote. Sid wrote. They're really good. You're a good mentor for Connor. Thank you, Kenneth. Yeah, yeah. Connor sometimes mentors me. Test cards. Find the spoon in the Medlock. I spent the last 30 minutes looking for those website the photos you were showing. Thanks, Freddie Van. Did you find them? Right. Okay. Phil Smith, love your tasting music. Have you seen Kraftwerk live? Yes, I've seen Kraftwerk live about 4 times now. And in recent years, it's the same show repeated, although they are great. Adds, the Chameleons were the greatest Manchester band. The Chameleons were brilliant. If you don't know the Chameleons, they were a Manchester band. They were brilliant around in the 80s. Right, I want to ask you something. So what are your thoughts on what we do? Because sometimes it's always that thing in the way we sort of borderline into trespassing. I'll give you an example. That'll be too cold now, I bet you. I'll give you an example. Standish Tunnels. A bit strong. Amazing footage. But as I said at the time, should we have been there? Is it right for a bloke of my age to be going in these places and doing what I do? Tong Hall, right? That was an unofficial visit to Tong Hall, right? And overwhelmingly, people enjoyed that video. James, thank you very much. That's really kind of you. Thank you. And Sandman Jono, thank you so much. That's really, really appreciated. Tong Hall. So I got one comment that said, "You're an idiot for going in because now you've opened it up to more vandalism." And it's that dilemma, isn't it? That where do you cross the line into trespassing, don't you? But I'm driven on to get the shot, like that tunnel, that thing I did with the White Wicks, where we were in Derbyshire, and I ended up going through the gate, which wasn't a gate. I went under the fence, and then I'm sat looking in the tunnel, and I got my legs in the tunnel and started looking down. Then I went in the tunnel, and it was amazing. Should I have done it? Probably not. But what do you do? And I often worry about a bloke my age getting in trouble for, I don't want to get done for trespassing or anything, but you're driven on, aren't you? So what do you think? Do you think I go too far? Do you think I don't go? Do you think I should carry on doing it? The Medlock, was I allowed in the Medlock? I don't know. I think so. What do you think? And I do worry, and somebody's just put, you can't be responsible for other people's behaviour, Spike Blighty. And I always worry about encouraging people to go places where I've been, because some of it is probably a little bit dangerous. And I worry about that. And most of all, I worry about kids, because urban exploring is very big amongst the younger people. And they'll take risks that you won't. So they'll take risks to get it out there. I'll give you an example. There's a young lad in Manchester that climbs cranes. Now, obviously, that's not what I do, but you can see him taking these risks, and he's doing this stuff, and he's doing it obviously to impress, and he's doing it because he's very capable and he's a very good climber and he's got a head for heights. But you look at it, you just go, "You're really scary, mate, and I fear for your future." So I worry about other people following, and I suppose the point I'm making is, people looking at where I've been and trying to take it a step further and going even more dangerous. I worry about that. G7LWT, here's a couple of quid for some biscuits. Thank you very, very much indeed. That is really, really kind of you. I really, really appreciate it. Lewis, if you're still here, thanks for staying with it, mate. So I worry. I worry about what your opinion is, and I worry whether you think I go too far or whether I don't. Standish Tunnel, probably shouldn't have been in there, but incredible footage. And I worry for myself, but I always say, like somebody's just saying there, leave footprints and take only images, and that's what I do. Utter respect for the things that we look at, absolute respect and pure love for what we look at. But sometimes I'm in places I shouldn't be. But then again, I think, but in 10 years' time, if this is destroyed by a development, at least people have seen it on YouTube. So that's the way I see it. So let's see what you're saying in the comments about what I'm on about. Do I need to shift that? Yeah, so Alan T is talking about Patrick Dickinson. Patrick's older than me and got in trouble for being in a river. Please just do what you keep doing. Matt, keep doing what you do, no harm or damage. Yeah, David Kennedy, he climbed our crane on Deansgate. There was some 14-year-old caught trying to copy him. Yes, you are right. That person is the one you're saying, and it's terrifying what that guy does. It's terrifying. Next time, set up a time for 2 hours. Yeah, and I'm sorry, Ant. You're right. What you're saying, you should have kept it for 2 hours. It's just that the conversation's carried on, and people seem to be enjoying it. And I was talking to you, and it's not often I get a chance to converse with you like this. So yeah, I do apologise. It's gone on. Yeah. Yes, Bessie Bell, it is going on for more than 2 hours. I always do this. Keep doing what you're doing. You're not responsible for others. It would be awful if something happened to me. Yeah, the other time I felt my life was under threat was when I was kayaking. Loved the video where you found the secret trapdoor. Yeah, it's great stuff. Anyway, I just wanted to put that to you about what we do, because I've got a video coming up that is. I'll mention it, but I want to. Another thing as well, on the midweek videos, I'm trying to do the midweek. What do you think of the midweek videos being slightly different videos? When I can get a video out of the weekend, that is usually the bread and butter, the explore stuff, the stuff that I do. I'm trying to introduce the midweek section, and it won't be every week, but it's the shorter videos, Q&A, opening a bit of mail, doing something slightly different on the videos. Diana Patterson, thank you so much for the donation. That's really kind of you. Thank you. What do you think? Do you like it? Because I've got a video coming up where there's a bit of an explore. And I like my sci-fi stuff and stuff like that. I've done a bit of a twist on it, and I've done a bit of a different take on it, and I'm going to do it as a midweek video. And I don't know if you'll like it or not, because it's a bit of a different take on it, but I want to put it out as a midweek and try it. It's a very schoolboyish project, but I want to see if you like it or not. And I've got some music for it and everything. I've made some music, and then I got Dean I sent the music to Dean, and I said, Dean, this is what I've done. Can you do it better? And he said, yeah. And he's done it even better for me. It's amazing. Right. Shall we wrap it up in a bit? Because that's we were I'm aware that I've been on for ages. I'm just following my 2 kids exterminate. Thomas, thank you very much. Make your midweek video only available to patrons. Yeah, I thought of doing extra content for patrons. I've got to put, if I set up a Patreon, I've got to put something in there that makes it worthwhile for you. 2 minutes till the shop shuts. I know, I think I've lost it with the shop now. I think ours shuts at 11, Right, Brian Hilton, me and my dad got a lifetime ban from United Utilities from all their land properties. Yeah, I think I remember you telling me about that, Brian. Thank you, Lewis. Yeah, well, there's always haters, isn't there? Mike Hatton, hi, Matt, and you could read a telephone directory. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just reading the comments. Bessie Bell, I came back to this now as I thought I'd watch about an hour, as watching live from the start made me feel more unwell, and I had no picture, and usually watch live streams when finished as easier. Sorry, Bessie. What do I think of crop circles? Don't know. They were the man-made, aren't they? Tesco shuts at 11, yeah. Somebody from the Netherlands, Omar Humpius. Thank you very much for that. Let's carry on, Martin. This is fun. Don't encourage me. Yeah, Simulator Guy. I did have Lewis in earlier on watching it. I am trying to watch it myself as well, but it's going to happen, innit? Who cares? I make cups. I will message you, little bug. Are we going to see your lady friend again? Rachel. So Rachel. I work with Rachel. We'll try and get her back in a video, shall we? Alfred, thank you very much. And greetings to Vienna. That's really kind of you. I really appreciate it. First true live stream. Right, okay, let's round it up, shall we? Because time is getting on. I'm aware that I don't know how to stay me welcome. Right, okay, so it's a busy week for me, and I'm only saying it's a busy week because I've got a training day at work, and then I'm in work, and I've got one day off, and then I'm back in work, and then I've got to go and film the mines on Saturday. On my day off, and on Sunday of this week, I'm going to try to finish off Medlock number 9. I do love the Medlock series, and I want it to be a certain way before I release it. I'm hoping for the next video to be Medlock number 9. So that's my plan. I've got quite a few videos already filmed. I've got some very interesting buildings in Manchester filmed. Those are yet to come out. Alfred, yes, thank you. Some very interesting buildings in Manchester that I've filmed that have yet to come out. I've got a collaboration to come out with Trekking and Towpaths. If you want, you can follow me on Instagram if you like, because quite often some of the photos I take when I'm on the videos I'll put on Instagram, and sometimes it's exclusive stuff on there, or I'll just put a picture on there and it's like not anywhere else. I don't do it on purpose. It's just that Instagram is a good place to post your pictures. So we've got Medlock 9 coming up. Please bear with me. I want to make it right, and I'll get that out as soon as I can. I'm back on working on days now, so I should be able to start cracking on and getting the videos out, on time at a weekend. The new feature is the weekday videos that I want to be slightly different. It could be opening mail, could be a Q&A, or it could be a different take on a video, or it could just be a normal video but much shorter. They won't be every week, but I want to make a new midweek slot. I'm looking long term at trying to reduce my hours at work so I can concentrate more on YouTube. But like I said earlier, I've got a lot of bills to pay, so I'm looking at different avenues, and those avenues are Patreon. Debbie Picture, thank you so much. That's really, really kind of you. Patreon, doing a little bit of merch. It might be a t-shirt, some mugs, a keyring. And I'm also looking at some of the photographs I take, framing them and selling those, because I do think we get some unique views of Manchester. So any feedback you've got on that would be great. Thank you everyone for watching the videos. It really is amazing. And I know we've had another raft of new subscribers recently, and I really appreciate you subscribing. 478 people. You are all amazing. You are what drives me on, because when I'm out there making a video, I'm thinking of you and what you want to see. Shall we start to wrap it up? I don't want to bore you. Thank you so much for everything, all the kind stuff you've said in the comments and everything. Fighters as a patron, exploring all over the world. I know, I think I'm missing a trip with Patreon. Thank you very much, Debbie. And thank you very much, everyone, for the people that have donated money on this live stream. Absolutely blown away by it. I mean, thank you so much. I mean, it's incredible. Your generosity is incredible. And I don't just mean your generosity in terms of making donations. I mean, in terms of your comments, the fact that you look at my pictures on Facebook, you watch my videos on YouTube. It really is, having you there as an audience really is what spurs me on. You really motivate me. I don't want to go over the top, but you are the reason I do what I do. Thank you, Mark, Vanessa Dixon, and Mike Hatton. Thank you so much. That's really, really kind of you. Mark Garth, DH, Thomas Tierney, hello. Anne Forster, the simulator guy. Make a poll for what people want to see. It's difficult doing that, because when you put a poll on, sometimes it doesn't. It's like I'm thinking, oh, I'm not sure. I think I should just carry on doing what I do, which is railways, canals, history, bits of buildings, that sort of thing. Flat Broke Frank, Patrick Dickinson is a legend. Ralph West, good night. So to everyone, I think we should wrap it up. Thank you for joining the live stream. I never intended it to go on this long, but again, it's you guys that spur me on and keep me going. I won't forget to finish my ironing. No. It's 11 o'clock. It's a school night. Perhaps we should all go to bed. I'll try and crack on next week and get Medlock number 9 edited. And thank you all for watching. I've gone out of focus. Why have I gone out of focus? Thanks for watching, everyone. Shall we call it a night? Good night. Thank you very much. Bye. Thanks for everyone for supporting me. It's brilliant. Thank you, everyone. Good night. I'll end it now because I don't want to bore you. Nighty night, everyone. Stevie Woo, Sheila, Driver Boozer, Zombie, Aaron, the Simulator Guy, Phil Smith, Bolton, Martin Barber, Gillingham Mouse, Olafson, Being There Photography, Digger the Dumps, Sadman. It's just gone mad. I can't do it. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye. Night. See you soon. Bye.